Right, welcome everyone. I was assigned by Hazel to host this next Q&A because she wants a survey of the questions that peasants are asking nowadays and such. Anyway, let's get this over with before more of my time is wasted. The first question is for Kiwi from xXEclipsedLightXx. Oh god, I hate this name. From xXEclipse. Ugh, you know, I'm just gonna call it fucking Eclipse. God, has the name longer than username. Ugh. He asks, Kiwi, I know you're a very, very busy man of high regard and status, but if you would take time out of your day to answer the question of but a mere peasant such as I, it would truly make my day. I just have one question. How does one be as amazing as you? How did you get where you are today, oh amazing Kiwi? Ugh. God, it's just suck up. Ugh!
Aw, you flatter me, dearie. Honestly, I hardly even try. Most of my beauty comes from my nature. However, tons of Kiwi-themed makeup really helps give off the charisma that I have. And just being friendly and approachable to everyone. Even the prince guy who's in the corner. He really does not want to talk to anyone. I'm hoping to get him to open up. Poor guy must be lonely.
Next question is from ggSilverEmblem, who asks, Hey Lukas, Sharkus or Lucard? Oh wow. What the fuck? Why are these the questions everyone wants to know?
This is, awkward. I'm just gonna hope this is platonic. I guess Sharkus?
Next question is from DanDeceiver, who asks Seafoam, what's your favourite part about being a gremlin?
I like that I can do whatever I want. I'm all powerful. No one can stop me.
Next question is from FluffyGinger, who asks Seafoam, if you could get a new power that could be whatever you wanted, what would it be?
God powers, so I can destroy the world and recreate it in my image. Nah, just kidding. I'd want an endless supply of prank kits. That'd be pretty sweet.
Ghost asks Shard, what would it take to make Kiwi your forever boyfriend?
The only way I see myself marrying that noble is if Hazel forces me into an arranged marriage with him. However, what does uwu even mean?
Venfae asks Solar, when you're not partaking in your plans for Mars, what do you like to do? Also, please put Lukas in his place again, not to be wonderful. Thanks, D? What?
To be honest, my plans for Mars are top priority currently, and there's not much else I think about. Well, I do have other plans to combat the discrimination of sheer eyes. I guess that's something else I do. Man, I need a hobby. But yes, I will gladly punch the child again. Come here, Lukas.
Lukas the Wolf asks Shard, how long were you going out as Moss before meeting Lukas?
I had not used it before then. Meeting Lukas was, and is the only reason I continue to do so.
Next question is from FluffyGinger, who asks Shard, how long did it take to make those bracelets?
Well, it took approximately 7 hours to initially study color theory, to make sure they are aesthetically pleasing, as I do not want to disappoint Lukas with my complete lack of knowledge regarding creative endeavors. Then some additional hours to make sure I had put the colors right according to the principles of Feng Shui. The formula to make the pattern itself was not as difficult or time-consuming, as it was just a matter of mathematics and physics, which I excel at. Welding together as well did not take more than an hour, as mechanical work is fairly simple. Really, it was just the artistic parts which were quite confusing. Needless to say, I hope I do not have to do anything like that again. However, it was for my best friend, so it was worth it!
Studio Snake asks Seafoam, why are you so silly and being cute gremlin at the same time and another weird smiley face? Ugh.
Aw, thank you. My fuck's about what anyone thinks are in the negatives, so I just do what I like. That's my secret.
Next question is from Ginger again, who asks Sirus, what would you do if someone bullied Storm?
I'd beat the shit out of him. Don't care if it's another 6-year-old. It'd teach him a lesson. Don't fuck with my little bro.
Venfae asks Jasmine, on a scale of 1 to 10, how infuriating is it to be working side by side with Igneous as advisors to Her Majesty? Excuse me? Excuse me? I put so much effort and work into... No, you know what? I'm not wasting my anger on a stupid commoner who knows jack shit about me. If you really want to say shit like this, say it to my face! Oh, so do you like Jaws music? Oh, come on now. Working alongside me must be a pleasure, Jasmine!
Save me. Solid 10. Can I increase that scale? Anyway, jazz music? Sure. Not just because my name is Jasmine, though.
August asks Maple, was there ever a time in your life where you genuinely cared about Shard or Hazel?
Nah, not really. My brother's weird.
I am a weirdo indeed. However, at least I am not a bitch, as they say.
Whenever I offered for him to hang out with my friends, he'd just turn it down. Mom actually had to force him to come and socialize with us.
Ugh, socializing with Maple and her friends.
He'd just sit in the corner messing around with the dirt or something the entire time. And Mom's... nah. She's fine, I guess. I barely remember her from before I ran away. The cats I do care about are the ones who took me in and raised me.
Venfae asks Lukas, how did it feel to lay eyes on your creator incarnate tranquil at the rich person event in episode 9? Ew, so don't fiddle with Shard's cheek fur again. That's not cool. Wait, our creator's here? What kind of creator? I'd like to see this creator. I bet I could beat her easily.
Huh? You're telling me that random cat is my creator? Yeah, sure. She looks just like a normal cat to me. Anyway, I'm sorry, but Shark's cheek fur is so mystifying. I had to know how pokey it is. You don't understand. I've seen his cheek fur on the tapestries at school for so many years, and I always wondered about it, okay?
Huh, interesting. Well, it is okay. I give you permission to fiddle with them, but no one else can, since only you are my best friend.
Cool. Come on. Come on, Shard. I'm close. Just gotta grab it. Just gotta... I got it! I got it! Wow. These really just feel like fur. Huh.
Anyway, Lukas the Wolf asks Midnight, how did you feel after Lukas left for the event?
Well, I was a bit worried the whole time after everything that's happened. But I trust Moss would be able to defend my son. And fortunately, my Lukey came back safe and sound, as I knew he would. Because he's so cute. I mean, who could harm a little hair on his head? Oh, I love him so much.
Mary Lena asks Shard, how many people have you killed? Now, you know, it's what interesting about me, and I've killed like, thousands, hundreds. I actually don't know, I lost count at some point. Hey, give me the paperback shot!
I have not killed anyone. Yet.
X, I'm not even gonna say this full name. I'm just gonna call you fucking X at this point. God. X asks Maple, if you had lived, how long do you think your plans would have gone? What happened in the time you had been gone in the first place, and why do you feel the need to even take over?
My plan would have gone great if it hadn't been for that stupid green brat that kidnapped me and got me freaking impaled. What happened when I was gone is I was taken in by my real family, and they suggested that I use my birthright to take over and kill my mom to get the throne. But I guess we know how that went.
Lukas the Wolf asks everyone, thoughts on Moss and Shard?
I don't like Moss. He kinda creeps me out. Shard's pretty cool though. I mean, I've never seen him in person, even through a speech or something, but I respect him. He is the prince after all.
Moss is really intriguing from what I know. I want to stalk him, but he's rather good at avoiding my masterful stalking. Shard, however, I have no opinion on him. He's just a little prince bitch.
No idea who Moss is, but I'd love to meet him. But Shard, on the other hand, he's a pretty fellow. He's mysterious, but I'm rather intrigued.
Moss is my son's best friend, so I am so very grateful to him. I mean, it's not every day that my son gets friends. I mean, usually he comes back from school bullied, so I'm just so worried about him. I try to hang out with him from time to time, but most kids these age just don't want to hang out with their mother, So I'm just so very grateful to him. So very grateful. Shard. He's the prince, so there's that. But he can't tell me what to do. I mean, what's he gonna do? I do what I want.
Well, my opinion on Moss is I don't even know who the fuck Moss is. I don't care. Probably some stupid fucking commoner. But anyway, Shard. Let me say shit, damn it! God! Shard is... What the fuck? Why? Spoilers? I don't fucking care about spoilers. I'm hosting this. I should get to say what I want. Fine. I'll move on to the next fucking question. Studio Snake asks Lukas, which one is better, pancakes or yummy berries?
Good question. Probably berries for me, personally.
Did someone say berries? Who said berries?
Hey, go away!
Not till I get the berries, Pucus.
Sirus, my berries!
DanDeceiver asks Sirus, do you have a crush on someone?
No.
Actually, he's not lying for once. He had a crush on Sarah for years, but he's finally getting over himself. Seriously, this dude keeps on crushing on cats that'll never like him back.
How the hell do you even know that?
Homstar asks everyone, do you like hamsters? Oh, I remember those from my time. They're delicious. It's one of the reasons I was able to survive through the apocalypse, really. It's really interesting. I should write an autobiography about my time at the apocalypse. Why are you looking at me like that? Ugh. Fine, I'll continue. I'm more interesting than the rest of these stupid idiot gods.
They were interesting creatures. Many different rodent species apparently were used for scientific studies as well as nutrition. It is a shame they're all dead. Ah, rats! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha!
Garden Salad asks Safe, why is food? What's Garden? That's a food. What are these names? How are these commoners in our kingdom? I know there are some quite ridiculous names around here, but Garden Salad, XXEclipsedLightXx, Harm with a star emoji. What is this? Fucking hell, I'm gonna make Jasmine do the next one, I swear. Garden Salad asks Seafoam, how has living alone been like? Have you been getting enough food? Do I need to come over some chips?
It's been really cool, actually. Yeah, I can bounce around all day and night on my bed, and no one yells at me. Like, I don't know, say, an annoying big sister. Food is a little difficult, but I'm not too bad of a forager. If I'm down on my luck, I just follow Sirus a bit, and somehow he'll always find a berry stash in the wild. It's kind of impressive, actually. Also, the school cafeteria having food each day helps. Please come over with the chips, though. And maybe bring some soda. That sounds so good.
Studio Snake asks everyone, who would be the first to survive any kind of apocalypse? Already did.
Hey, wait! Before we move on, I totally would.
No, you will not, Lukas. Unless you had your best friend to help you out. You are too weak. Anyway, I will now go over a detailed survival plot if I was thrown in the most dire circumstances. Though, at that point, is it even worth trying to survive? Anyways, here is the detailed plan. First of all, I would test if...
No offense, Shard, but this is not the place to go into a complex survival plan, alright? Anyway.
Oh, okay.
August asks Midnight, do you hate to hold a grudge against Braken?
It's pretty complicated. I feel a mix of guilt and anger for the most part. I still am not fond of his views on Shirais, but I panicked and made too rash of a decision when I was younger. I've realized it probably was a bit harsh not letting him see his son. I'm a bit scared to let Lukas around his dad now that his powers are activated, but I'm going to leave the decision up to Lukas. He'll do what's right.
DanDeceiver asks Midnight, do you have any fears regarding Lukas now knowing your secret? What secret? I want to know the secret. Sounds really interesting. Wait, I'll be right back. I need to go read the past scripts of the past episodes.
Well, I feel as though he's old enough to keep a secret. I am a bit worried he'll be a blabber about it and go showing off his new claw thing or whatever. He has time to do that from time to time. I just hope he doesn't tell anyone that he shouldn't trust about it. At the end of the day, my secret is important for him to understand himself as well, so if he messes up and tells the wrong person, I do indeed have experience in skipping town. So not to worry there.
Pamelium asks Sirus, can you flex your muscles? Psh, that stupid kid. I have more muscle than the rest of these idiots. Look at these guns.
Hell yeah! You fucking bet!
Garden Sound asks Shard, did you have a favourite toy as a child? And do you still have it? Toys? What a waste of time. What are you taking for? Jeez.
I think as a very small kitten, I may have had a few that Hazel bought for me. However, none of any significance. I would not have a purpose for a toy currently, as their purpose is to stimulate children.
Silver Embers asks Shard, how did you come up with the alias of Moss?
When I was first coronated, I was tasked with naming a building. So, I put all of my thought into it, and eventually I was ready to give up when I stared at one of my plants and came up with the name, Moss. I am quite, proud of myself of that to this day. I, cannot come up with names. They do not even use that name, since Moss is more of a cat name, and not a building name. As for the disguise, I grabbed some spray paint and experimented with the design that looked like natural flora, and came up with Moss. I am surprised it was aesthetically pleasing, as the design was quite spontaneous. I cannot do anything creative very well.
Yes, asks Cyrus. You like Lukas, don't you, Cyrus?
No! Ew!
Indigo the Night asks Velvet, how was your day today?
Good. I was talking today to immerse myself in my community and ask for their feedback to make this place even better. And it was lovely. Everyone here is so wonderful. Then I hung out with Andy, and then lastly I had to do a bunch of paperwork and discuss with my council on what laws to implement, which was kinda boring. Other than that, though, I had a blast.
Garden Sound asks Midnight, are you a general practitioner, or do you have a more specialised career in medicine?
I'm a general practitioner. But we're not going to talk about how that happened. I may have forged a few documents. You have no proof. Do not tell the queen. So help me God. I do have a little bit of healing magic, just a little healing there, a little healing there. Try not to use it unless absolutely necessary, though, because it tends to freak out my patients. So sometimes I do, have them close their eyes for a second, make them feel a little better, and then, they can go on their merry way.
Pamelium asks Midnight, can you make me a sandwich?
Make your own sandwich. It's not that hard. Bread, peanut butter, jelly. Boom, sandwich. Nice, easy meal. I get home from having to work really long shifts, and then I gotta make dinner for my son, who I do indeed love a lot, and I do love cooking for him, but give a single mom a break, man.
Silver Embers asks Lukas, how are you feeling about being best friends with Shard?
Well, it's kind of weird. It's mostly just getting used to him not really being who he said he was. He's a whole different cat. But inside he's the same and what he reminded me. So even if he's a prince, he's my dorky friend prince. And I'm not gonna let this fancy title change my perception of him too much. Just like I promised.
Kayla H asks Opal, what's your opinion on Moss?
I mean, he's a bit odd, but he seems cool.
I don't know him super well, but I could definitely see us becoming friends.
Or ask Lukas. If you ever tell your best friend that you're Thunder, how do you think he'd react?
I don't know, actually. I mean, to be completely honest, it would be kind of embarrassing since he doesn't seem to like me as Thunder too much. But hopefully he wouldn't hate me if he found out. I'm not really sure.
Ghost asked Hazel, are you ever going to fix the socio-economic inequality in your kingdom like you promised? Well, I could answer that question. Actually, Hazel, get away! You don't have to be so close to me while answering this.
The natural divide helps us ensure that commoners know their place. If they got too advanced, what if they tried changing things, or even rebelling? This is the way it's been for years. The commoners get enough money on average to live peacefully, and if they work hard, they can become nobles.
I have studied these trends, and I have tried proposing solutions to my mother. If we are fine enough leaders, commoners will not rebel if we allow them to have equal technology to nobles, and even royals. I have heard of genius commoners. They could make immense scientific progress if we gave them the same technology we give nobles. However, I do not know anything social enough to commentate, so I had better not speak out of turn. Commoners have to work at least twice as hard if they ever enter noble circles. It is incredibly rare that they will ever be allowed to stay there for long before they get knocked back down with immense debt. I must admit, I was ignorant to all of this for a while, but since spending time with commoners, I have gotten a glimpse of this, and I've studied it more thoroughly. I just wish Hazel would do the same.
James asks Lukas, when do you think all of your trauma is going to kick in? For example, you almost died 4 times.
I mean, I'm already kind of terrified whenever I see a crimson eye, so I'd say it's kicking in.
Oro asks Hazel, you're a terrible mom. Midnight can do way better than you. You should take her as an example. Why do you treat Shad like... Hey, this isn't nice. You should be nice to the Queen. You can only wish to be as powerful as she is. I swear, whoever said this, I'm gonna come for you. And I'm gonna kill you slowly. Oh, hey, Hazel. There's this lovely question for you. Oro asks Hazel, you're a terrible mom. Midnight can do way better than you. You should take her as an example. Oh, wow. Why do you treat Shad like that, sad face?
Excuse me, I am not. I am a good parent. My son is just scary. I don't even know who this midnight bloke is, but she probably doesn't have a terrifying evil child. It's not my fault he turned out this way.
Stdwproductions are smiles. Why do you bully Breakin so much? And do you see Lukas as a possible heir to your throne?
I like picking on him. He's my brother. Nah, I just met the kid. He's certainly not someone I'm considering for an heir. He also grew up as a commoner. He wouldn't really know the ropes.
Oro asks Seafoam, you get $1 million. What do you buy? Dollars? We don't have dollars here. Do these colonies even come from our kingdom, Hazel? Why are we answering questions from weird alien creatures, pretty much, that have the weirdest names, don't even know, and that apparently know everything about our lives? What is this bullshit? What is this?
I would buy a super duper 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 big box of chocolates as big as a house, and then ask Sage out. And also buy an epic, giant whoopee cushion as big as a football field. And maybe food. Yeah, I could use a little bit more food. And water. But mostly blankets!
Ghost asks Lukas, how are you feeling since Andesite and Velvet effortlessly kicked your ass? Has it wounded your pride at all?
They did not. Ugh, I just have to train a bit. I mean, they are the best of the best, right? And I'm just so naturally talented. I'm close to their level. I've just gotta work at it a bit more, and I bet soon I'll kick all of their asses.
James asked Lukas, if you were to tell someone that you're Thunder, who would be the first to know, and why? P.S. You're my favourite character, not gonna lie. I should be your favourite! I should have more appearances! What is this bullshit? Apparently our creator is called Tranquil. Tranquil! Give me more lines! Give me a better role! This is not enough! No, wait, you don't need more lines, shut up. I don't know who said that, but shut the fuck up! I want more lines! I want more to say! No, I have to voice act those, please, no. I don't care what you say! I want more! I deserve more! Give me more!
Well, someone who acknowledges Thunder's achievements and all the prosperity I bring to this kingdom. Maybe Opal. Maybe even Sirus, so he can give me those 100 coins and kiss my ass after all the shit he's put me through. Yeah, I think I'd tell Sirus just to see the look on his face. Also, thank you. I am the fan favorite.
Actually, Shard is, you stupid brat!
Oh no, Lukas. I am only favored because I am the prince, most likely. Please do not cry.
Mystic asks Lukas, do you think you would look cool if you had horns? I mostly say this because when I first saw you, I thought you had them because of how your cheek fair is styled.
Having horns sounds like some freaky mutation a Crimsonite would have. So, no thanks.
Hoppy Texan 7 asks Shard, who would you prefer to hang out with, Hazel or Igneous?
Igneous. Hazel does not wish to hang out with me anyway, and Igneous is quite a kind individual.
Oh, thank you, Shard. At least someone here has reason! Mystic asks Mars, in a hypothetical situation, what would you do if one of your family members turned out to be a Shirai?
Well, lucky for me, that wouldn't happen. If it did, I don't want to think about what would have to happen.
Hoppy Texan 7 asks Opal, have any siblings?
Yeah, I've got a couple of brothers.
Rondemonium asks Oami, what grades did Sirus and Lukas get on that herbs project? Also, who's your top student in your class? And why are they your favourite?
They actually got an A on their project. Weird as it is, Sirus is actually one of my better students whenever he's personally interested in the subject. Most of the time though, no. Opal is one of my top students. She actually takes class seriously.
Wait, this one is in all caps, so I guess I've got the screaming. Bitches! asks Midnight. How do you feel about Thunder? Do you think his bias against Crimson Eyes is unreasonable? No, it's not. God, Crimson Eyes fucking suck. That's the only thing good about Thunder. And this constant whining and idiocy. At least he understands that Crimson Eyes are stupid, weak, pathetic. Hey! Come back here! Don't focus on... Ah!
I dislike Thunder. I think he's spreading a dangerous narrative. His bias is completely unreasonable. I hope that one day the law will protect Crimson Eyes against that kind of hate speech he constantly spews.
TM13 asks Shard, have you ever been in love or had a relationship with another cat, aka wasted your fucking time? Also, do you like Lukas? And once you're king, what rules or ceremonies will you change or add?
I have not been in a relationship, and certainly not in love. I do like Lukas, though. He is my best friend. Once I am king, well, I briefly covered the socio-economic divide that I wish to address, but now I shall go into detail about every other thing I wish to implement along the...
I don't think you need to go around saying everything you're planning. Sorry, that is confidential kingdom business. Nothing that commoners should be hearing.
Oh, all right.
Shineflight asks Shard, would you die for Lukas if he was about to die?
This question lacks a lot of conditions. Where are Lukas and I? Are our deaths connected? Could I do anything about it? If I could not do anything about it, there would be no reason to end my life if Lukas dies. However, it would be rather sad. Let us assume the ideal case, though, and that my death would be connected to his. In this case, yes, I would die for Lukas, as he values his life highly, and I would prefer to ensure that he continues to live.
Flowerwave asks Moss/Shard, how would you react to Lukas telling you he was Thunder?
It would be very odd for him to tell me indeed, since he is definitely not Thunder.
Hoppy Texan 7 asks Sirus, what do you and Storm like to do for fun?
Well, it's pretty fun to go to the candy store with him. They've got candified berries that we both love. And no, they're not drug berries. I'm not a bad influence. Oh, man. Now I'm thinking about candified berries. Hey, Storm! Let's go get some candified berries!
Given a nose. What? Oh, God, I give up. Given a nose asks Velvet, how are things between you and your brother C?
He really doesn't like me. I guess this place has just caused him a lot of grief, and so has Mom. And I do look a lot like her. I love him and miss him, though.
Ghost asks all, if you were given a single-use undo button that could alter any single decision you've made, what would you change?
Sorry, I was fighting off some guy who said he's me from the future, 'cause even if he is, spoilers, you know... Anyway, I wouldn't change anything. My life is great, and I'm perfect.
Though I know it is not the best solution, I would slap my younger self for being so stupid. And... never mind.
I'd undo hating my brother. I really didn't like him when he was born. It was really stupid of me. Especially now. He's the only thing in my damn life that makes sense.
I have no regrets personally. Though maybe killing my brother would have been a good idea. I mean, I certainly tried, though. It's not my fault all those idiotic Crimson Eyes wanted to defend him. Ugh. Well, they're all dead now, and it's all because of him. Oh, if he is alive, I hope he's living with all the guilt about all the cats he let die because he was such an incompetent leader.
I'd undo hurting at least one of the cats I put in pain because of my stupid old power.
Probably my bad habit of lying so much.
Random asks Sage, what do you think of Seafoam, honestly? Does he get on your nerves, or do you two just sort of vibe and crazy? Did the thought of him being an evil Crimson Eye ever cross your mind?
Oh, we vibing crazy, all right. He is the best, and I just love getting up to stuff with him together. He's just awesome. Him being an evil Crimson Eye or whatever. Nah, Crimson Eyes aren't evil.
Vaitches asks Shard, I want to give you a present. It's a piece of human technology that was known as a Fairy. What do you think? Oh, it looks like me.
Thank you. It is rather round. Perhaps a good source of meat, if we were still carnivorous. Its fur pattern is oddly colored as well, and its eyes are quite large. It is quite a work of art.
Alright, surely I have more. Yeah, come on, no one asked me a question! What is this shit? Excuse me, I do all this work. I read all these stupid questions by commoners that ask the dumbest things. This little food asking a question here. And no one asked me one. About the type of thing I'd expect from idiots. Well, fine. I don't need any questions. I can ask myself questions. Oh, I can. Well, anyway. What? Oh, I can't even do that. What are you gonna do to stop me? You gonna kill me? I like to see you.
It's over? Okay, well, you're some noble cat, so I expect to be paid.
That's funny. Fuck off. You get paid when I get more questions.
Hey, are you listening to me? Please, for whatever, the love of whatever is up above, just take me out of the misery that is Igneous, please. I'm begging you. I don't have much time. Igneous. It's very nice to see you here. I wasn't talking about any. Okay. I don't have my.